Afternoon, people. This is Sam again. We're over here at 107 East Fence, Double Deep 10. We got a couple of questions we're going to answer too while we're going through this thing. But first, we're going to see what we got here in the first box. And the questions are about feeders. What kind of feeders I like or don't like. You ask questions about different feeders. Ask questions about the entrance feeders and the 10 frame or the top feeders. And 2-gallon buckets. And we're going to answer some of them. First, we got to get in the hive. Get out of here before the sun hits me. Okay, this one has bees down here. We have a smoker going now. Some of my pine straw is still wet. Some of these dead ones off the top. The feet are off. Feet are way off. But they've got stuck real good. We haven't been in here for about 20 days. Still got a little hole over there they're working with. Over here. And the bees hadn't got used to my red umbrella here, but I think they will. Pretty good bunch of bees up here in the top, but they behaving. This one off first. This one was a good honey maker and a good split maker, and she's been good. But I didn't see her last time. I did see eggs and I did see brood. If I'm not mistaken, this is a white queen. This one here just has nectar and some honey. We haven't been feeding them, so whatever honey they've got is real honey. We may even extract some today. No, I don't do videos of extracting honey. There's too many out there that people got help. More help than I got. And people ask, you know, I'll come help you whenever you need it, Sam. This one here's got larvae. A little bit of brood. A little bit of egg. Side over here has the same thing. Okay, you can tell where the honey is, you know, around here. This is all laid up with eggs and larvae. Wish y'all could see all the bees around the camera. This one here's got brood, larvae, honey, and eggs. We've already seen eggs, so we don't really worry about them now. Because there is a queen in here unless we see a queen castle. Queen cell. That's just a bubble there that they build. Let the junior engineers out and see what they can do. This one got brood. Yeah, this one's got brood, eggs, and larvae. Haven't seen a queen yet. This one is one that they were working on. A little brood. I need to see some eggs in here. Got some larvae. We got a little bit of brood. We got some nectar. We're working on the foundation. So they're getting there. Oh, one of the questions was an entrance feeder. He was using entrance feeder, but he heard that it causes robbing and stuff like that. And yeah, it will. You figure a robber, all he's got to do is go through the front door real quick, make a left or a right, and he's got food. And once he's eating their food, he kind of hard to get rid of. But they'll eat. They'll eat the sugar water. They will rob sugar water. They will rob nectar out of the frames. They will rob honey out of the frames. All you gotta do is give them a start. And, you know, you put entrance feeder in there, and that's what it does. And then too, the ants will get in there and eat your thing. He asked me a question about ants too. We'll be back to that in just a little bit. Okay, this one got brood. Saw a little bee. It must have just come out the pollen patch. She had green all over her wings. And when you see a bee with a stripe on the back or the head or something like that, that doesn't mean they're sick. That means that they're out getting pollen, they got a little deep in the flower, or wherever they were getting the pollen from. And they got some on the backs of the head. This one's got a little bit of brood on it. There's some nectar, has a little bit of honey. That on your left is all nectar and honey, and on your right there is brood. Here's loaded down with brood. Little girl walking into with pollen. It's got larvae, brood, maybe some eggs. See the queen. I'll show you something when I say that the engineers are working, sort of. This little bubble here, where's it at? This little bubble right here is not a queen cell yet. It's just where the engineers are working. So when you see one of them, you have other things you can look for to find out if they're fixing to swarm. That one's empty. Little junior engineers getting out there trying to work. Showing their instructors what they can do. That's my opinion. Some people say I'm crazy. But this is like a factory in here, people. It's not. Just a bunch of bees. This one here, it's got some honey, some nectar. And there's a little empty queen bubble. This one got honey on it and nectar. Put it right there. Push these over, put them back together. I think they're looking good. Whoa. We've got a bunch of bees here and a bunch of bees up here. Trying to figure out where home is at. They're all probably nurse bees. So we're going to pick them up, put them over here. Come on. Okay, can y'all see this? Okay. You wanted to know too if I had any ant problems and what did I have a solution for. If I have ant beds up around my hives, I don't normally mess with them, because if beetles drop down there, they'll eat it. If a larvae drops down there, they'll eat it. Dead bees, they're scavengers, you know, ants are scavengers kind of like a buzzard. If it's dead, they'll attack it and eat it. They don't normally go inside the hive and mess with the honey unless you've got a real weak hive. And they'll go in there then. But I don't normally mess. Now out in the yard, they're out in the yard, my driveway and or whatever. Yeah. We take care of them. It's a nice looking frame. And they're building that out themselves with their own honey. I mean their own. With their own resources. And that way they can build what they want when they want. I will probably be moving that somewhere else. So this one here, another pretty frame, is half worker cells and half drone cells. And this side over here, the drone cells are putting nectar in it right now. Bottom looks good. This one here's got some pollen. This side here has a little bit of brood that hasn't hatched out yet. My neighbor must have bought him some new bullets for his gun. I've only had to call the cops on them one time when they were over there shooting about 10 o'clock one night. This one here's got nectar, pollen. They bring in some white pollen. And this one. He said he had some some top feeders, and the bees seem to like them inside. But he's had a couple of dead ones, so he's not really a fan of them. Yeah, those feeders that you put inside and just fill that, I don't like them. You got some of the feeders that goes on the side. You can get a 1 frame or a 2 frame feeder that goes in there. And I have a couple of those, and I don't like them. These will fall in there and get drowned. And like a school kid, they get hungry, they get down in there, and they commit just falling on each other. And you clean it out, and you got dead bees, and you got beetles and everything else. I don't like them either. Here's got a little bit of brood on it. I mean, a little bit of larvae. I guess the queen came back down. That's why I feed them the way I feed them. I put them in, put a little, something they can drink, and they'll hold maybe a quart, quart and a half. Some of them less, some of them more. Put my pine straw in there so they can get back out, because they swim, but they don't swim that great. They get panicky. This one here's got brood, pollen, a little bit of brood, old brood I think. She was down there. Let me see what else he has. He bought a 10-frame top feeder with wooden floats in it. Okay. Yeah, when I first started, I bought one of them too, because I used to work with only 10 frames. And I bought one of those floats because the bees were drowning, and I made a bunch of them. And I couldn't afford to buy all of them. You try to buy something like that for all these beehives that I had back then. Like I probably got maybe somewhere between 35 and 50 out here now. But back then I was running a lot. And that's when I started getting my buckets. I'd go down to the grocery store. We got a food line here, and I'd go back to the bakery and ask them if they had any buckets I can have. If you got good people back there, they'll say yeah. If you got bad people back there, they'll say no. Keep going back there every week, and you'll find somebody in there that's good. This one here's got a little brood, a little pollen, a little nectar. And what we would do then is just cut about 2.5 inches off of the bottom. And that's what I use for feeders. Now, we used to be able to get the 1-gallon buckets. 1-gallon buckets, and I could cut 2.5 inches off of it, and it would fit perfect in a 5-frame nuke. But they stopped having those. So they got 2 gallons, and 3 gallons, 4 gallons, and 5 gallons now. And you can use those buckets for just about anything. But just go to the bakery, your local grocery store, and if they say no, go to another one. Like I said, if that's close to your house, go back. I had to go a couple of times to start getting the buckets. And I finally got a nice person. And the one that I'm getting them from now is named Lisa. She works at our food line. Yeah, the beetles. I think me and that bee found them at the same time. Not much on there, but they got places they can work. And this next one's about the same way. We can move them all back. I'm going to give them a little bit of pollen. I didn't see no pollen, or much pollen. Might give them a little bit of sugar water too, because they need some food. I think maybe the queen is just slowing down some. She's only 3 years old. Feeders that I use, yeah, I like them. They're cheap. They're easy to maintain. If you have a table saw, there's no problem to cut them in half or cut them out. And you just throw the rest of it in with the recycles, the recycle bin. Unless you be, you just got them all scattered all over your yard. And you get the tops with them. If you use them for feeders, you don't need that top. And put them a little bit more up here. Feeder on there. Get them some pine straw. Put the top back on. And that's about it, people. Y'all have a great day. Good weekend. Good weekend. Be careful. Stay safe. And we'll see you on the next one. Y'all give us a comment, ask us questions. You ask us questions, we can do like he did and, you know, explain why we're doing what we're doing. Y'all have a great day. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.